right, guys, we are here. Welcome to IAMMITCHTV, the podcast. Today, we are hosted at the wonderful Poorhouse Etobicoke location. They just opened up recently, and I'm super excited to start this. It's a new venture I'm taking on, starting up a podcast. And I'm super excited. The guest today is one of my long-term friends. He's a DJ, he's a family guy, and he's just a fucking amazing guy to be around. And he's also a Jim Carrey lover like myself. So be prepared to be entertained. And without any more further ado, welcome Maltease. What's up, buddy?
What's up, brother?
How are you, man? You good? Nice to see you, bro.
Thanks, man.
Got a couple Ronas here waiting for us.
Let's go.
So,
we gotta wet the lips first, buddy.
yeah, buddy, why not? Fuck it.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother. So, how are you?
Pretty good, man.
You look good.
Thank you.
I like the jacket.
I'm trying,
Yeah.
Came back after a long time of the pandemic and you couldn't do nothing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
came hard, Got
That's
got the hats, got the jackets, the keychains.
Nice.
Why not?
So, if you want, we'll just dive right into it. Your name is Eric, no?
Yes, Eric.
Okay, so your name is Eric. Where did you get Maltese? That's a pretty unique name, I must say.
Back in high school, when I started DJing, I didn't have a name at all. I was just like, I would just do parties and stuff. Go to my friend's house that had a mixer. My buddy Juice had a mixer.
Shout out Juice.
Shout out Juice. If it wasn't for Juice with the mixer in the basement, I wouldn't be where I am today.
So that's where you started fucking around with it and just
mixing? Started messing around with it. He had speakers in the basement and two CD Walkmans and a mixer in the middle.
Holy shit.
Yeah, literally, that's how we started. And then
so he did it too.
Yeah, he did school dances and stuff too. That's how I really started too. Like I started doing school dances.
Okay.
And then it wasn't until I started, doing it more and more and more. And then obviously marketing myself.
Yeah.
And doing little mixes, sending to friends.
Yeah, exactly.
But my buddy John was like, yo, you're like the only
John,
one.
like OVO?
John, yeah. John's like, he's like, why don't you pick your DJ name is Maltese?
Yeah.
He's like, you're the only Maltese guy I know.
Yeah, literally.
So he's like, you might as well.
For those who don't know, it's like Malta. You're half Malta.
I'm half Maltese.
Okay.
I was raised on my Maltese side.
Nice.
Parents divorced at a young age, so I was raised more on the Maltese side, so I have a lot of passion and pride for my Maltese side, and
Nice.
want to bring more awareness to.
Exactly. No, exactly, and strong women as well.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly,
I mean?
exactly.
That can actually raise their children and fucking
That's it.
be a very good woman. I know. I have experiences with that myself. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's where Maltese originated from.
Maltese came from my buddy John, and then we
That's
just stuck
fucking
to
sick.
it. We stuck with it,
I didn't know
and
that.
then we kept going. Yeah,
That's dope, dude.
that's it. Man. Yeah,
That's
and
dope.
I just wrote it out, and I started doing mixes, writing my name Maltese on these CD cases, giving it to my friends.
The OG style.
OG style.
OG. Yeah, you got the hats too. If you want, you can
The hats.
plug the hat. You know what I
The
mean?
hats, the jacket, you know what I mean? They're not for sale, but I know. I just,
Nice to look at,
it's nice to brand yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Just like yourself, what I mean? It's good to brand yourself.
You got to really know how to brand yourself.
And if the more you brand yourself, the more legit you look.
Exactly.
And, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned is you really do need to brand yourself, especially in this entertainment industry that we're in. So versatile. There's so many different. It's like a web, an octopus with its arms. You got to really know how to market yourself.
Yeah, you have to get out there.
And you're actually good at marketing yourself, as we're talking about it right now. We're sitting in Poorhouse, which is a very nice, what do you call it? Oh, like a resto bar?
It's a kitchen / social bar. You know what I mean? So it's reservations. You book, you have dinner here with your family, and then at nighttime it turns into a club.
Exactly.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
And it gets fucking lit, guys. It gets fucking lit. Let me tell you.
Fridays.
Yeah, Fridays. He DJs here, guys. So if you ever want to come out,
Fridays.
I'll put his links and his stuff in the description, and go follow him. Go hit him up. He's Where else do you DJ? Do you DJ?
So I like to keep my options open.
Yeah, as you should.
After the pandemic, before the pandemic, I had a bunch of residencies, but after that, I'm like, I wanted to start fresh. So I do a lot of work with a couple of other DJs that when they're like, oh bro, why don't you do this place, or why don't you do this place, and then they introduced me with the owner. I did Tap House a few times. I've been a Port Credit DJ. That was dirty. Port House and Port Credit. I've been there for a while since they first started. Shout out to Julian. Shout out to Deshay. And then I started doing other things with my buddy Andy Dassey. Tap House, Yaz Lounge, bunch of other small things on the side. But again, like I'm just getting myself.
Talking about right now, present.
Present now.
It's still fire, dude.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And so, like I was saying in the intro, you've been a DJ. You are a DJ.
Yeah.
For how long again? You said 18 years.
18 years, man.
18 years.
I DJ'd. I'm 34 years old. I DJ'd my grade 9 dance.
That's the first.
When I got into high school. Well, okay, so my first official paid gig was my grade 9 dance. I did DJ with Juice on the grade 8 dance in elementary school. And believe it or not, that was just like, come up the stage, spin drop a CD in the thing. There was no real talent to it, but it was just like,
you're controlling the music.
It was the energy, right? What I mean? Like all your friends are in front of you, and you know what I mean? Like you're playing this music, and it's, the vibe that you give off essentially portrays the night, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, you control their BPMs, as you say.
That's it. Their beats per minute.
That's it.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Well, also, right, we're here, we're chilling. Who's playing tonight? The Blue Jays and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
And the Leafs, man.
That's crazy. I'm wearing the Blue Jays right now.
First game of the series right now. Let's go. Playoffs.
Yeah. Who are they facing? I'm out to lunch.
Tampa Bay Lightning. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a tough one. I'm telling you.
Are you a big Leafs guy?
I am. Honestly, I've been. Oh yeah, when I was a child, I played for what's that? The Ice Dogs.
Ice Dogs.
Ice Dogs in what's the Centennial Park? That's that arena there. I forget what it's called.
Was it at like a higher level? Like
oh man, I was a child. It was like 6, 7, like little kid stuff, right?
Okay.
I was into soccer with the high school and like track and like cross country. I wasn't really like too crazy about anything else. But again, all through high school, it wasn't even about sports for me. It was just about me doing pep rallies and the school dances and that stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Staying in your forte, your category.
Right.
That's mint. We got shout out Adrian behind the camera here.
This guy,
sound guy, giving us the
mic check 1 2 is perfect.
The thumbs. How we sound? Sound good?
Perfect.
No, you guys sound good.
Nice.
Perfect.
Awesome. So let's talk about you. We're gonna still touch on I'll ask you more specific questions on your DJing and whatnot. But you are a family man. You have.
I am.
2 daughters and a wonderful fiance.
I do. I'm very
Congrats
blessed.
to that, buddy.
Thank you so much.
You know what I mean? Congrats to that. That's some heavy shit.
It is. It's very heavy. Very heavy. But I'm very blessed.
And you should be proud, man.
I'm very blessed. Fatherhood is something else. You know what I mean? Like I never thought if you were to ask me 6 years ago if I was going to be in something like this, it's such, everything happens for a reason and everything happens in due time. You know what I mean? You can't really force this kind of stuff. It's like, you find the right person, you settle down.
Yeah.
And then, you start a life.
Literally, man. You're going to have a lot of ups and downs.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not perfect.
It's great. Sometimes a woman saves you or it fucking helps you.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Me. She saved me for sure. Honestly,
I'm just talking in general, but yeah, it could have happened in your case too.
But even though you said that, it just she did. She has a great head on her shoulders. I was still in the whole bachelor lifestyle, DJing every weekend, this and that. And
yes, exactly.
Now it's about juggling that and a time and place for stuff, right? So
yes, balance.
With Port House being down the street from my house, you know, it's very easy for me to come here, not take an hour and a half to get back. You know what I mean?
It makes a lot more sense.
It works out too. Plus, there's great people here. Shout out to the staff. Shout out to the owner, Austin. I mean, they're great people.
Yeah, Austin. Shout out Austin. Thanks for even having me here filming this podcast. This is literally the first debut episode, guys. Where like I'm here fucking filming my first guest. You know, he's the middleman of getting the this gig going. You know, so that's why you're gonna be my first guest,
dude.
And it's an honor to have you on. For real. But I'm still like in awe. This is a very nice place. Like actually. Design-wise, interior design.
This area needed this. This area needed this for sure.
Yeah. So what area are we in? I said Etobicoke in the beginning.
So we're south of Etobicoke, Lakeshore, just south of Alderwood, just west of Mimico, just east of Mississauga. We're kind of in the middle.
Yeah, which is considered
Long Branch. Long Branch. Five blocks down is the lake. So I mean,
literally throw a baseball into it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to touch base more on the family stuff? How do you feel?
I got two beautiful girls.
Yeah.
Alia's 10. My other daughter Mila is about to turn 2 in July 25th. Yeah, man. Honestly, like
that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know, the more I talk about it, the more surreal it still is to me.
For sure.
Because again, like it's such a blessing, you know what I mean? Yes, of course, you're going to go through your tough times, and it's so hard to raise a child and stuff like that because you're raising a human.
Yeah, as they say, you can never be prepared to have a kid.
Right, never.
No one can teach you, your parents, your uncle, no one can tell you how to fucking raise a kid, right?
And, even with my mother being a single mother raising us, I know parents divorced at a very, very, very young age, and, I owe it all to her. I treat them accordingly, you know what I mean? It's the same way, just love and,
Yes, exactly.
Obviously, I try to be the father figure and still be firm, but at the same time, especially raising two girls, it's a whole different ball.
Yeah, exactly. As a father, right?
Yeah.
So on that note, like a great question, because I do want to ask very motivational, takeaway, because I know I'm funny. That's what I portray myself as, or I market myself as on my Instagram. Yeah. You're also funny, actually.
Oh, hilarious! Come on.
And and
not to my own horn.
I also want to keep it motivational and serious, and inspirational. So, for example, with the divorce situation, right?
Yeah.
How can you tell, or how can you let a younger viewer, or even an older viewer or of your age, what's something you can relate in the sense of like when your parents divorce, how does that affect you, and how did you take that and maybe let that motivate you? What did you learn from that, or what did you take from it?
So I have two younger brothers too. So I'm the oldest sibling. Okay. So I was there through the whole thing, right? So the one thing I can say is, the mothers don't get enough credit.
Okay.
Mothers are literally the staple of the household.
Every fucking family.
Hey, listen, I'm not here gonna bash the fathers and stuff, but I'm a father myself. But at the same time, it's like if it wasn't for my mother, I wouldn't be the man I am today.
Exactly.
The father's gone. You know what I mean? But
exactly.
my mother. Shout out to Connie. I love you, Mom.
Shout out Connie.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have these sense of morals and these values that I cherish so much now, right? Small moments like pictures and stuff of my kids and having that to look back on when they get older, and memories instead of materialistic stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mother always took us out, and it's just you gotta
She played both parts.
She played both parts. It was Father's Day. It was Mother's Day. You know what I mean? Mother's Day was Mother's Day, but Father's Day was also Mother's Day too, right?
Yeah.
And my grandfather was a big father figure of mine too, and my mother's two brothers, Joe and John, and they. I got that, manly, guidance through them as well. Grandfather passed away. I was devastated for a while.
Yeah.
got a big tattoo on my back for him. You know, I kind of like, you know, whenever I DJ or whenever I'm around and I'm down, I feel, you know, like, you know, you just feel down. You know what I mean? I kind of like tap myself on the back. I have this big Maltese cross about that big, and yeah, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, it's you gotta focus on the bigger picture. You can't down yourself every single time about the way people like yourself or someone was raised. You got to see what they've sacrificed to get you to where you are, and
yes,
that's
exactly.
That's what I own. You can just look forward, don't look backwards, and
yeah, exactly. No, that's great, man.
Yeah.
Like one thing I can take away from that experience in my life, because like for example, like this podcast is pretty much like an individual, say myself. My audience is going to learn more about me, right? They're going to learn more the deeper side of me, not the hi, how are you? My name's Mitch. Nice to meet you. It's not going to be that kind of that kind of content. And then also my guests, we're going to dive deep into your life, and you tell certain stories and this and that, and that's what I want it to be about. And it's amazing. And like I said, what I can kind of relate to with that is I'm a lot more empathetic, and I have more of a soft side, opposed to a lot of other males, you know, especially being raised by, like, you know, surrounded by all women in my family. I have 2 older sisters, all women, all nieces. So like I have a different kind of respect for women, opposed to like the more masculine, hey, I'm a fucking guy, you know? So that's one thing, you know, to relate to on my end. But yeah, it's just like you said, like you gotta push through. Life goes on, you know what I mean? You're gonna lose people, you're gonna go have your ups, you're gonna have your downs, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose fucking girlfriends, fucking everything. But you know, life does go on. It doesn't pause and wait up for you to, like, you know, like
exactly.
So you got the sun, you know, sets and it rises the next day, and it doesn't wait up for nobody.
Exactly.
So I guess we'll move on to another potential topic. As in, okay, so you DJ, and that's not something like anyone can walk up and just start, yo, you know what I mean? No one can just do that. So my next question, boss, is what? I'm pretty sure it was hard, and no one believed in you. I'm pretty sure your mom or your brothers or uncles were saying, hey, you know, go to school, be a this, be a that. And obviously, maybe you didn't take that route. I'm not sure, but how did you stay strong and focused on your dream of maybe becoming a DJ or an entertainer?
Okay, so there's a lot of aspects to this question, answers to this question.
Sorry, I'm getting deep. But
no, it's perfect. It's perfect. I love to share it because people don't really know this side of Maltese. So how it started was, again, I was in grade 8, you know, little CD Walkman, mixer in the middle. The CD Walkman's on either side. There's no mixing. You know what I mean? Like, you literally had to raise the volume, and like it wasn't like an actual fader or anything like that. So then I did the grade 9 dance, and then, you know, my mother at the time saw, you're doing amazing. Like, you're doing all these little parties and all that stuff like that. She's like, out of nowhere, the following year, my birthday, she bought me a mixer.
Wow!
She bought me my own little.
Look at that, #1 supporter, guys.
Newmark CD1. It was a little box like this, okay, and it had a bunch of little faders, only an equalizer on one side. It wasn't like an equalizer on each channel. It was just one side, so you couldn't like drop the bass on one channel before you mix it into the next one. And and I used that because before then, I would have to, like grade 9 dance, I had to rent every single thing.
Speakers,
I had nothing. I had no headphones. I bought headphones at that time because it wasn't that much, but I remember like Panasonic. I think I bought them from Walmart or something. But like, I had no speakers. I had no turntables. I had nothing. So I used $500 the school budget was. I paid a guy $450 to set up speakers, lights, fog machine, mixer, everything, and takedown, and I only made $50 that time. But it wasn't about the $50. Wow. It was about
you gave it the vibe,
DJing in front of 250 people at the school dance, and everyone was like, Eric, Maltese, this guy's throwing a party. and I asked all my friends for music before the dance. So I made sure that I entertained every single person essentially that was there.
Yeah.
I dealt with the hip hop, I dealt with the Euro, I dealt with the house, I dealt with the reggae. You know what I mean? I had everybody sending me CDs, like sending me track names. I went on LimeWire or whatever, and I started downloading all these songs, and I had this huge CD case.
I remember LimeWire actually.
Like LimeWire, I probably got a million viruses because of that thing goes downloading songs. And I had tons of CDs burnt. And and then I started investing more and more and more. So then I started doing like, you know, birthdays and like small little backyard parties, and they told me like $100 and like this and that. And I saved it up, and I had like, you know, mediocre little soft jobs as a kid. Canadian Tire. I worked at G Machine, Sherway.
Okay, so while you're on this focus of doing what you're doing, what you love, you also had your side, get your jobs.
Yeah, you have to
get you by, pay the bills.
Exactly. You have to have. It's as an entrepreneur too. Like I would put myself in that position, and yourself as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you know, you can't go broke. You know what I mean? You got to have something on the side that's going to support your venture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I have these odds and end jobs, these like steady part-times, and at the time, I'm working at G Machine and Canadian Tire. It was G Machine first, and then Canadian Tire. It's like $6.95 per hour, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, and 90% of the time, I was buying Parasuco clothes and Diesel and all these. You know what I mean? I was buying all the freshest clothes because I work at G Machine. Like, I couldn't resist. But anyways, I ended up saving some money, gotten some speakers. My buddy Juice, shout out to Juice again, would lend me his amp, and in the beginning some of his speakers, and then I would get some from his buddy Mike Christian, and they would lend it to me and let me use it, and they wouldn't charge me anything for it. Yeah, they were like, "Yo, you just take it, Maltease, just bring it back, don't break it." And I'm like, "Cool, done." You know, right? And I kept using it, making more money. I bought my own speakers. I got my first official gig at Viva Lounge on Kipling. Oh man, I can talk for hours, but like, you know what I mean?
So I guess, for example, just so I make it nice and to the point, like for example, what is something you can like? I guess my question was like, what kept you motivated, right? Like, this is like an inspirational thing. Like, what kept you motivated? Because I'm pretty sure it was times like, fuck, man, like you kind of wanted to give up. What can you say to someone that also wants to be a DJ, out there that's listening to this podcast? What's something you can say to them that you know they're going to go through and that's going to help them get through it? Like that shortcut from the end.
You gotta have the passion for it, man. You gotta have the passion for it. If you're not 100% about who you are as a DJ and your ability to kill that party, you know what I mean? Create that vibe. It's of course you're gonna have your ups and downs. I've had tons of parties where there was like no one that showed up, or like, you know what I mean? It was like, you know, dead, or like there's like 10 people or whatever. But at the same time,
you're gonna have that, but you gotta keep
pushing through. Keep pushing through, advertise, make mixes, you gotta market yourself, you know what I mean? You gotta create some kind of hype. Anyone that's a big DJ nowadays, you know what I mean? Like, they started somewhere, you know what I mean? A bunch of my big time DJs, friends, were sending mixes to other big artists. Yeah, exactly. Like honestly, every weekend was sending mixes to these guys every single weekend.
And one of them he's gonna look at, or one of them.
And then all of a sudden, the guy heard it, sent them an email back. I love your mix, and then started playing at festivals.
You know what? Another thing you can talk about is a couple famous DJs, no?
I do.
You went to high school with them or something like that?
No. I went during the all ages days. I DJ'd with Zecco and Taurus, Louis Taurus and Julian Zecco. Me and Louis talk a lot. Julian's doing a lot of big things now, so it's really hard to communicate with him. But me and Louis, we talk a lot. He's a new father too as well, and I mean, like, you know, he was the one I was just talking about. They were sending mixes to Steve Aoki for the longest time, and all of a sudden, boom, Steve Aoki heard it and he liked it, and you know, he got him up. I wasn't into the whole making like actual original tracks.
Legit producing and
I just thought of it because I wanted to like, see, that's a whole other drive, right? Like I could have been that guy, but I wanted to work and like buy this and buy that. There's a lot of sacrifice. Sometimes you don't make no money.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in the studio the whole time making mixes and trying to figure out a beat.
It's a fucking
like,
sacrifice.
You know what I mean? Like it's exactly what it is. It's a sacrifice that at the time I wasn't willing to make. And
what time we're at? No, you can speak. It's fine.
24.
We're at 24.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
And it's just
That's wicked.
you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing in order to succeed in this business.
All right. So, what did we just do? We had a nice little taste tester of the food here at Poorhouse Etobicoke, didn't we?
It was good.
And once again, we just want to shout out Poorhouse Etobicoke. Shout out Austin. We're here shooting in the middle of the Leafs game. It's what, 1-0 now after the first?
1-0 after the first.
Yeah, not gonna. Who scored? You know who scored? Probably not.
I have no idea.
Yeah. But we're here, guys, and the first episode, I'm definitely I'm getting a little champagne bottle.
Yeah, it's
the first one. And to be honest, guys, tomorrow's my dad's 1 year of passing tomorrow.
Wow.
Which is a very special day. That's why I've made it for today, So I also want to do that little pop for him too. Pop for pops, you know what I mean?
Pop for pops.
And that's it. So hey, bro, what's good? What's good, man? How's so what? We right now we'll talk a little bit more about Poorhouse. We just had a little bit of a nice medium rare steak with some mashed potatoes and some
veggies,
zucchini. That was good.
Honest to God, man, Poorhouse. One thing I could say about Poorhouse is that their food is like always top, always top.
Yeah,
always top.
No, man, great employees too. Employees. I'm a little gassy after eating myself. You know what I mean, guys? But we tried the what else? Lasagna, the guy says. No, linguine. Linguine Alfredo with the girl chicken. Guys, we're going to obviously find out if the audio in the background, because we can't obviously make them mute the fucking Leaf game, but
no.
I do want to keep that live
a live vibe.
The live vibe. We're here, you hear a couple toilets flush,
We're live.
Yo, so I guess we'll get into it. So, Jim fucking Carrey, because I'll be honest with you. We know each other from a mutual friend named Sonny, and I didn't know you love Jim Carrey. Like I'm an addict of Jim Carrey.
I'm a massive Jim Carrey
And
fan.
when I found out, I'm like, yo, you like Jim Carrey? He's like, yeah, bro, I fucking love him, bro. and then we connected on that level as well. So tell me about it, man. Why Jim? And why?
He's a funny guy, bro. He's a funny guy. I remember my mother bought the VHS, the fucking cassette, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and I'm just like, it's actually funny that everybody throughout my high school were just like, because I love watching it so much.
Yeah.
That like I was always like,
make a story.
I was always commenting and saying to our class, like, do you know him?
Yeah.
Does he call you at home?
Yeah.
Do you have a dolphin? Yeah. The train's the dolphin. You must
be the dolphin.
Right? You have to, right? You have to.
Exactly.
So I'm like every single time I was in high school, like they're like always like, yo, say something, say something with a dolphin, say something about Jim Carrey, say something about Ace Ventura. Oh my God, I was a little bit of a comedian myself in high school.
Yeah, no, you are, man.
Yeah.
And it's hard to come across people that are like that fucking that dialed in on a certain actor, or like
exactly.
At least something that I'm mutually connected with.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of the inspiration that I take from is from Jim Carrey, man.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, 1,000%, dude.
He's an OG, man.
Yeah,
like
amazing.
Even on his real side,
Canadian.
Even on his real side too, Canadian. Oh, he's Canadian. It's amazing, man.
There's a lot of Canadian talent, man, coming out of Canada. And also, I just seen it today in an actual. Did you save it?
Yeah.
Okay, you saved it, eh? Okay. It looks legit, dude. It looks so legit. Legit. No, but 1994, the date I was born, he released the 3 movies, and all 3 movies together grossed $700 million.
Yeah, of course. He's still
Isn't
making
that crazy?
He's still making
He's giggling like a giraffe.
He's still making. That's why do you think he's retiring?
Yeah, no,
He's
yeah.
retiring.
That he's all woke now. He paints. He's a painter.
I've seen that.
You know what I mean?
I've seen that.
So yeah, no, he's a huge inspiration. Like for example, me, that's where I got my my comedic, I guess, inspiration from. You know, I used to be I am that kid still, like where the family would get around for whatever's left of it on the holidays, and we would talk. You know, and I would go there and do my little performances of Jim Carrey and be a little goof nut. You know, I wouldn't trade it for anything because legit. This year is gonna be a big year. Sorry, I'm gonna make a little phone call. It's all part of the process here. You know what I mean, Larry? So yes, what's your favorite movie actually? I know it's Ace Ventura, but which one?
The first one, Pet Detective. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Nature Calls was
Just the rhino scene.
Yeah,
the ass.
it goes out of the thing.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so talk to me about it. Come on, man.
I mean, listen,
Come
man.
on,
Jim
man.
Carrey.
Do some shit. What's your favorite line? Entertain us.
Guano.
Collect the whole set.
Collect the whole set.
Yeah, he jokes.
Collect $5.
Yeah.
You have Tabasco.
Yeah.
And he breaks the small guy with the bald head, the Monopoly guy.
Oh my God. He goes,
"Oh, you pretty chitty bang, man." And he's driving the car.
I love you.
Actually, it's funny. I actually do that every single time. Well, not every single time, but when I'm in the car, sometimes it'll just come out of nowhere. I'll be in the car. I'm like,
you start snapping.
I mean, like, I'll be driving and like pretend like I'm going over bumps and I'll like throw my head back and like, you know, you just got whiplash.
That's hilarious, man. Yeah, me, it's Dumb and Dumber, man. Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my God.
And then it's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Yeah.
You sold our dead bird to a blind kid?
Lloyd, I took care of it. He didn't even have a head.
If that isn't Seabass over there, is it great?
Yeah.
He just hawked in my burger, bro. Oh my God! Honest to God, like he is legendary for that, and
No,
especially
insane,
especially being Canadian too. The amount of things that he's done, like, you know what I mean, putting Canada, like nobody can ever compare it to what's that other guy's name? Is it John Candy?
John Candy, yeah, he's
John
Canadian.
Candy.
Yeah.
He owned the Argos too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of hilarious guys that come out of Canada, man.
What's it called? Something City, Downtown Acting Comedy Club. What's it called?
Yucks?
No, not Yucks. Something City, man. It's on near Maison. It's on Mercer Street. Blue Jays Way, Mercer Street. Oh my God. Comment below if you guys know. I went to freaking acting classes there. I don't know how I'm forgetting.
City.
Something City. Anyways, long story short, John Candy came from there. He came from there. He started off there, and a couple other Canadian actors, like some women and comedians.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's insane. They they came from there, and it's nuts. Like I took that class, so I'll tell a little story. I took an acting class, and I took a comedy class, like stand up, and I go there, and the teachers, whatever partners were doing our little acts and stuff, and obviously me, I have to over deliver. You know what I mean? I have to. But this guy, he's like, "Oh, pause." He's like, "You're doing too much, Mitchell." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "Oh, you're doing too much." How can you be doing too much, man? You know what I mean? There's a script, there's a monologue, and there's that dialogue, and buddy, it's called I'm acting. There's no too much because everyone else here sucks. I'm gonna demote myself? No. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna perform. You know what I mean? Because everyone else here is like, you know, like awkward. Literally, actors are fucking weirdos. Shout out all the actors. Half of y'all are weirdos, dude. Like they're like, you know what I mean?
Because you got to act and you got to be yourself.
Yeah, then when you're yourself, they're boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're boring. So I'm there with some people that haven't showered in 4 days, and we're just acting in the same room. And it's jokes. It's actually. It's something that a lot of people don't know and understand about acting is that, like, there's a lot of weird people, and you got to deal with very, very egotistical profs or acting coaches. Yeah. Because they haven't made it. Yeah. Right? That's why they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, if you think about it, right?
Yeah, that's true. Now they're teaching.
Exactly. They have to teach you, do the next best thing. So yeah, it's a little nut buster, you know? But there's something that I want to do, and all my guests are gonna do it, or I'm gonna try to, teach you guys or show you. There's something called a twister, buddy.
What's the twister?
It's you get a beer bottle and you gotta sit on it and fucking twist. No joking.
No, here we go. Okay. Cut me out, okay?
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay. Before we do that, actually, the cottage.
Cottage.
Yeah, we have.
This guy's been to my cottage.
We have some fun times at his cottage. Mm-hmm. We'll touch that before we touch the twister. The Helen Hunt movie.
You kill me, bro. You kill me.
Thanks.
But the cottage, though, there was this one time when it was like 2 summers ago. Last summer, last summer.
I think it was last. It was a COVID summer, no?
It could have been 2 summers ago.
Yeah, 2 maybe. I think. Yeah.
Either way.
Did I have a girlfriend? I didn't have a girlfriend, right?
No. So it was what summer ago?
I think it was 2 summers.
It was 2 summers ago.
Because this past one I didn't have a father there. So the other one I think I did.
Yeah.
And did I bring a date? Like that girl?
You brought everybody, bro.
Oh, that was when Sammy you saw these videos. He's like,
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
The guy didn't drink any of that beer, by the way. I think I still have that.
It's all over the yard, no?
So Mitch ends up messaging me and going like, "Yeah, we're all gonna come up." And he's like, "We're gonna go to the beach there." He's like, "So why don't we do a barbecue at your place if you're up there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm up here." He's like, "Come by." So I'm with my wife and my daughter and. Not my baby. She was my wife. My wife was carrying the child at the time.
Oh, yeah, she was actually
pregnant. She was pregnant, and Mitch and all these guys, these girls, they come up with all this food, and it was just like a straight European vibe. You know what I mean? Like everyone's making sandwiches and asking everybody if they want something to eat, and this and that. It was a great vibe. And then my eldest daughter was just like loving it. Like you know, she was like talking to everybody. You know what I mean? Like you guys were all vibing. And it was like it was a great time. We all went to the beach together. We had barbecue. Yeah. It was great, man. Honestly.
What's the beach called?
Crystal Beach.
Crystal Beach.
That's Fort Erie.
It's not too far from Niagara. 10-minute drive.
Yeah. 10-minute north.
No, that's fun, man, and that's what I like. Those residential beaches. They're it's more not compact.
Right. It's more private. I mean? It's more private.
Right. Was it public before, or
it was public, but then it started getting more and more busy, where they had to then with COVID happening, they started doing only residents only, and that's when I got you guys to come out. I remember that. That's when the residence passes came.
Yeah.
And then I had to get more residence passes so you guys can come.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was awesome.
That was amazing. It was great. A great location too.
Oh,
I think we got something coming in, guys.
Okay, let's see it.
A little delivery.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Champagne.
I'm assuming.
Well, you drink champagne out of these things, right?
No, I usually drink orange juice, buddy.
Orange juice, orange juice.
My mouth has.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Oh, wow.
Oh, there it is.
That's it. Cheers to that.
Thank you.
Oh, got a little Moscow there.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you want to get a glass for yourself, actually? Are you sure? Okay.
Awesome. You got to have one.
I was going to get you on camera and shout you out. There you go. Got a nice little setup going on here.
Prosecco, eh?
Yeah.
Fancy.
Nah, I was gonna get Bel Air, but it wasn't in the funds, to be honest.
You know what I mean?
Because right now I got no sponsors, right?
So guys, sponsor this guy.
Let's get some sponsors going.
Let's go.
And we'll do some shout outs. You know what I mean? No, legit brand deals now. Like if you have it's all based off your following.
Man, 100%.
But you 6 figures a brand deal. It's fucked.
Serious?
Yeah, it's fucked.
What?
Yeah, like Old Spice and shit. But you gotta have followings, right? I only have like 30. What?
37.
37K, buddy. Who, me?
Yeah.
I have 44K? No, that was the peak that I hit. Yeah, I went down to 37. You dig? You can't be on fire the whole time. The rain's gonna hit you sometimes, right, kids? Okay. Well, we're gonna do a cheers then. Okay. So right now, we're gonna do a cheers to IAMMITCHTV, the podcast, featuring the first ever guest, DJ Maltease, Mr. Maltease himself, aka Eric, aka my boy.
That's it.
And cheers, you know, to my dad who passed away a year ago. Shout out. Tomorrow marks his first year, so it's very monumental. And cheers to that.
Cheers, brother.
Bottoms the fuck up. It's amazing, man. It's good Prosecco, actually. It's not that dry
nice,
shit.
Yeah. Honestly, with all this stuff going on, I just want my children to live the way I grew up. You know what I mean?
Well, it's never gonna happen.
I know, but you try to have, again, you try to set up that, like, you mean, like the cottage, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, go into places and like, you know, like last week I took her to the movies and just like small, and we were in the arcade and we were bonding. It's like that kind of stuff. Like, you know, you couldn't do that. Like 2 years. Movie theaters are closed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So never experienced you going to your friends on the bike down the street and knocking their door. Hey,
remember?
Is Eric home?
Yeah,
never,
right?
Never.
No.
That's what I mean. Like, even with this technology. So actually, you know what? I got a good question. Okay, honestly, fuck the COVID shit, because it's honestly, I'm pretty sure no one wants to hear about that. It all fucked us all.
Yeah.
Raped us for it ruined us for 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're gonna clip that. But so my next question is this, because this is something I have a conversation with, because I have a sister that's almost 40, one who's your age.
Yeah.
And I have like 4 nieces and a nephew, and whatever. And they grew up with this. They grew up with phones and iPads. So what's your opinion on first kids growing up with that, and is it healthy or not? Because we didn't grow up with that stuff.
I think it's a mixture 50-50.
So it's on the
because I'll tell you why. Because today's age is all about this and iPads and internet and that kind of stuff. Back in the day, it was more like, you know, I want to say door knocking, like, you know what I mean, like, or like, you know, learning right away.
More physical interaction.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, like I said, like even like Elon Musk said, you don't really need school. You can learn anything you want off the internet, literally.
Yeah,
you could.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's so many people that dropped. There's so many entrepreneurs and millionaires out there that didn't even graduate, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, it's good for them, for like, you know, for the aspect of like meeting people and meeting friends and stuff like that too, right? You know what I mean? That's kind of like something you have to go through, right? But I mean,
it's true.
My baby, bro, my baby's almost 2, and she's like loves the iPad. She knows how to turn it on. She knows how to put the volume. She's almost 2.
Yeah.
She can literally press the volume. She knows how to swipe right, swipe left.
Yeah, exactly.
Pause, skip ad. I swear to God.
Yeah. See, that's crazy. So you're for it. You're for it. How?
I'm for it in a sense. Like my wife and I, we give her breaks. You know what I mean? Like we'll play with her, and you know we'll go for a walk, or you know like we'll just take it away. You know what I mean? Just so she's not like fixed on the iPad. Yeah. Because again, like you have her neck bent down, and you know what I mean? Yeah. It gets tiring after a while.
And also for
the eyes too.
Yeah,
right?
and it's horrible for the eyes. Yeah. Even myself, I notice my eyes are shot now.
Yeah.
Because of that, also as getting older, age fucks your eyesight. Yeah. But even playing like on PS4 for as a teenager, me playing, I noticed my eyesight going. But also, there's a very good saying that I heard is like, it's all with what you do with it. So for example, you can give a guy a hammer, he can build a house, and then you can give another guy a hammer, and he can destroy a house. So it's what you do with what you're given. Right. You know, that matters. Right. So what I agree with is like it's great for us as intellects, right? Yeah. But for kids, it depends, because like my sister sometimes will just talk, okay, here, take it, and then just to keep the kid from screaming, you know what I mean? Right. Well, but I also tell my sister, well, chill the fuck out, like at least like. Tell them no, okay, you can do it for this amount of time, but then you got to go play with toys, or
give a time limit.
You know what I mean? Go do something. Yeah. Just because whatever, you know what I mean? But like, for example, another same topic but different example is I have friends that legit deactivated their Instagram because it's not good for their mental health, which is fucked. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of that?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so I know a fuckload of people, girls and guys. You heard of that, AJ? Yeah. People deactivate their Instagram because all you see when you're scrolling is just highlight reels of everyone's life, and you compare yourself to it, and it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, wow, and it fucks with some people, and that's another thing why I feel like social media can be a blessing or a curse. You know what I mean? Where also at the same time, because I watch a lot of podcasts myself,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm bringing this up, because they talk about it, and it's true how like some people see how the metaverse is coming and the online, all the NFT stuff, all that stuff, right?
I haven't got into it yet.
That's all good. That's all good stuff. This and that, but there's also
It's the future.
the dark roads that you can go down where like right?
Just like anything.
And
Exactly.
Like with fucking drinking or with driving cars, like you know what I mean. It's if you have a Ferrari, it's on you to go fucking 300 every time you're driving on the 401.
Or you can cruise.
Exactly right. So that's another thing too. It's again. So I guess the takeaway to this and this conversation is going to happen. Like again, it's like with what you do, it's based off of balancing.
Yeah.
I guess knowing how much to do it and how much not to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And again,
everybody has to work on that.
Yeah, that analogy is that hammer story that I heard. You know what I mean? It's what you choose to do with that hammer is on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason why I asked that is because you're on social media. See, the thing is, what I like, you're full fucking business about it. You know what I mean? You're not like I'm the same way. I don't post every single day. I should. Everyone tells me like the people that I fuck with like that are heavy in the shit. They tell me like, yo, you should be posting like 3 times a day.
No.
But with me, I want to do like quality. But posting more is better, right? The more shots you take, the more you score at the same time too, right?
Sure, it's more you're in the face, but I like to post. I post more quality than I do just the post.
Yeah, quality
So, like,
over quantity.
Right. Like I could sell. You know what I mean? I could sell 100 Hondas, but I could sell 1 Ferrari and I'd be fine. You know what I mean?
Giggling, exactly.
Right? So, like, at the same time, it's like, you know, whenever I post something, it's only because it's a genuine post.
And that's exactly.
And
so
my stories are just for, like, whatever.
Marketing.
Right.
And that's the thing. You're using this as a tool. You're like, not as a fucking... You're not going there and like, oh my god, look at this person's life, look at this person's that person's life. You know what I mean?
No.
Which is like the normal person. It's for business. That's why if you're gonna use social, guys, make sure you use it for the right reasons. You're not just there scrolling for fucking hours and shit. You know what I mean?
No.
But yeah, I just wanted there to be like a nice takeaway from it. You know, takeaway from that because it's very true. Like I'm on socials like this. The podcast it's a social thing. You know, it's a You know, it's
you being real with everybody.
This is a real thing. You know, we're talking about real stuff. You're getting to know about this. The first time like I'm talking kind of serious on camera without saying, hey guys, how are you? It's Mitch here. You know, it's not a good day unless you have 6 shots over ice.
I tried it.
Okay, so tell them that story. That's a good story.
Oh man, so Mitch is supposed. I love espresso. I love espresso. Okay, so I mean, I've always had double shot. And this guy's like, and I'm like, but I drink a lot of Red Bull. Like a lot of Red Bull. My wife's like, you gotta stop that. Like I literally have to stop.
Red Bull, that.
It's really bad. It's really bad. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try this, right? So I see Mitch's post. What, 6 shots? Or was it 6?
6 shots.
6 shots. But I got with milk and sugar a little bit, right? Just to water it down a bit. Dude, I had that. I was like, it was like I chugged 3 coffees in 1 cup. Like it was just.
Yeah. So look, this guy, he calls me. He's like, yo, Mitch, quick. What's that drink? What are we for time? For example, where are we at?
We're at 24 minutes.
Okay, so we're gonna. So he calls me. He's like, yo, Mitch, what's that drink you get? I'm like, oh, it's 6 shots of espresso over ice. He's like, what? He's like, okay, can I get 6 shots of espresso over ice? He's like, you know what? He's like, fuck. Add 2 shots of milk, man. It's too much. I died because it is. But the thing is, I don't just smash it. Like I drink it throughout the whole day.
No, I obviously
I get extra ice, so it waters it down, and I sip the whole day. So it lasts me every shot like an hour.
Oh,
you know,
buddy, I drank it within the hour.
Yeah, so you're fucked.
Okay, buddy, I drank it within the hour.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna get down to the twister time. AJ, keep me on the clock. So listen, I'll give you a quick little shebang. Okay, buddy, we gotta do this. Everyone's gonna. It's either this or a shotgun. Okay, so pretty much the way it works. Okay, once it's vertical, you fucking give it a nice 1-2 twist. So you can do once or twice, and you just you suck, and you create that fucking cyclone, and you let her go, buddy.
Okay. Let's try this.
You want me to just go first, and you do it after at the same time?
Let me see. Let me see you do it first.
All right, let's go, ladies and gents. Where are we for time? Let's go.
25 minutes.
Nice, we're good. We're doing great, guys. First podcast. Hey, guys, it's gonna be a lot. We gotta learn a lot that I'm gonna get better at. But hey, it's the first one. I think we're doing pretty fucking great.
I'm honored to be on the show.
I mean? Yeah,
to be on the show. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Let's see this twister.
Go. Let's see a twister.
Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Okay, listen. Let's see. Let's
Could
see.
do like a little.
Let's see.
half
Okay,
one.
let's see how I can do this. Okay.
Now twist, more. Suck. Oh, you got it. Twist it again if you want. Oh, that was good.
I can't do that.
Yo, you did it. You did it. It's on camera. You did it. You did it.
I can't.
My guy did it, man.
I was choked, bro.
Yeah, no.
I was choked. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Shout out to IAMMITCHTV.
That's it.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out.
it,
But
that's
anyways, I guess we'll save it for next time, guys. As you know, DJ, a family man, good friend of mine, Maltease. I think that's it. Thank you for being my first guest.
Thanks so much
On the first podcast, and hopefully we scored. Did we score? We scored. Second goal, 2-0, guys. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
That's
Leeds.
it. We did it. Is it 2-0? Yes, 2-0.
And these are the champions. It is Stanley Cup winners. Eh?
I know of last year. Last Cup.
Yeah.
But once again, guys, shout out the Poorhouse in Etobicoke, Long Branch.
Yeah.
right?
Long Branch. Yeah.
Shout out Austin, one of the owners.
What's the address? What's the address?
3595 Lakeshore Boulevard West.
There you go.
3595 Lakeshore Boulevard West.
Yeah, 3595 Lakeshore Boulevard West. Etobicoke, guys.
Yes.
Poorhouse, Etobicoke, 3595 Lakeshore Boulevard West. Got it?
DJ Maltease on Instagram.
Yeah. Is everything?
That's all.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.
Thank you. Ciao.